like a month since I did the live on this channel. But anyways, the goal with this live stream is that we are gonna look into things related to AI and we are gonna learn about it. And I myself, I'm not like any expert in AI or anything, but we have to learn about this stuff. We have to get ready for this stuff. We have to start using this stuff as well. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and well, probably I might take the cloud subscription today as well or tonight. I do have ChatGPT and I do have other ones as well, Perplexity AI and all that. But I think it's now inevitable that I do take this cloud subscription. We are gonna look into that, but that's the general plan of the this live stream, that we are gonna learn about stuff and might possibly end up buying a cloud subscription. We'll look into that later. But for now, let me take you to my screen over here. And I was looking into this news for the last 2 days that the US government has ordered Anthropic to suspend foreign access to Mythos Fable 5 AI model. And the thing is that Claude, they don't have any mechanism to see which of their user it's is from US, which is not from the US. And that's why they temporarily disabled access for everyone for the Mythos Fable 5 AI model. And that stirred up a lot of discussion worldwide. People were not happy with this. And just imagine that if you are someone who paid like $200 for a month plan, and then the access for the Fable 5 AI model gets taken away. So that isn't, well, ideal. So this is what was happening on the Anthropic side of thing. And there's another tweet by Alex when he said that Fable 5 was the greatest piece of technology I've ever used. I deeply miss it, solved problems I never thought AI could solve, finished months of projects in days, had a lovely personality. I now know what those freaks crying about GPT 4.0 being taken away feel like. So people were quite hooked on to the GPT 4.0 model, and it has a cult like following. People want GPT 4.0 to come back. So according to this tweet, this was something really addictive. And I also posted some stuff over here, my thoughts, and have a look at this. So this is the tweet that I posted out earlier. No, no, I don't want to boost this post. Let's stay away from this. So here we are. If you read through it, so comparing AI to nuclear weapon and that then getting stuff banned by the government, is that any surprise? So this was related to Claude and the model. So they came out saying that Mythos, it is so dangerous that it cannot be released to the public, and then they released a toned down version of the Mythos, and then they well got banned by the government. So that's what happened. But they created the hype in a way which seems like they were asking for it. You see, if you do all this negative publicity, then this sort of stuff, it's bound to happen. And this is really weird, but it ended up getting a lot more visibility for cloud models. And I think Claude is performing well because of all this hype. And when they go public, I mean, like, it's pretty clear that they are going to get $1 trillion valuation. Let's go to Google and let's check the current valuation numbers. I mean, these would be like public estimates, but we'll see. Anthropic uh, um, IPO valuations. Let's check into that. So Anthropic is targeting a valuation of roughly $965 billion for its upcoming initial public offering. And you see, guys, the thing is that it will go higher from here. It's pretty clear because their models, they are like extraordinary. And I think we are living in a time where we have access to all this stuff, and we sure should try to make the best use of this stuff available at hand. And let's do a Twitter search for Fable, and let's see what the community made with the Fable model. There were a lot of examples, and people have been making wonderful stuff. Someone made a Minecraft clone. I'm stunned it made this in 20 minutes, one shot. Okay. So if you get something right in the first time, like you one shot an app, you one shot a game, then I think it gets easier from there to improve it and to work on it. So this, as you see, the Minecraft clone, people have made even better stuff with that. I've seen videos on Instagram as well. So Fable has just released 30 minutes of gameplay showcasing date, marry, start a family, or even divorce NPCs. Your decisions shape the entire game. Unique NPC system, they react based on your action. So that's like simulating the real world, but your actions have consequences, and your actions can be taken into any direction. So I think this is what the GTA 6 is also all about. Like all actions have consequences. So people have made some wonderful stuff with the Fable, and I also posted something earlier which I need to show you guys, and it was actually quite interesting to think about it. Where is that? Okay, so here's the tweet. So if you were lucky enough to make anything with Fable, you have remnants of a super intelligent entity that for now no longer exists for the general public. So here we go, guys. This is the reality. If you were able to make use of Fable, then I think you are among the lucky ones. We don't know what will happen if they are gonna release the Fable again, or if they are gonna tone it down even more. We don't know about that. So this is what's happening with the Fable and all that. I do hope that we do get access to Mythos Fable 5 AI model, and I think the world needs it. But anyways, in the span of like 2 3 days, the world has seen what it is capable of, and if I was able to get access to it, I mean, like it would have been awesome. Now when I see, I think that I was late to the game. Anyways, let's refresh the feed now. We'll move on to the next thing. Fable got restricted, and suddenly every model feels weaker. This is really true. He put it right in words that every other model feels weaker. GPT 5.5 Opus good, but not that good. Let me tweet a reply over here. Definitely, you are not the only one feeling this. I didn't even get the subscription for using the Mythos model, but I also feel like missing out. So I'm using Typeless, which gets dictated. I dictate stuff to it, so I don't have to write it. So here uh, we replied to one tweet. I'm looking for all the latest news related to AI. So here's one product which Max Blade has been making. It's called Canvas, and let's read through his tweet. So he says that Canvas went viral for the wrong reasons. The UI is beautiful, but the Canvas cross-agent memory system is world class. Ultra simple and based on actual research. Talking between multiple agents, Codex, Cursor, Claude start feel like one brain that actually understands your project. So I'll show you the video of it, and it's basically like spinning up agents, and they are doing work in parallel, and you can command those agents. So memory is scooped per canvas project, increasing the specificity of text, no bloat, just clean and on demand. So let me increase the size of this video, and in the meanwhile, we also have a comment related to Mythos situation. So most likely they will have to have cleared individuals to make almost like proxy in order to deploy AI systems, specifically in the US. Rest of the world will have to sign AI agreements. Yeah, I think this is where we are going towards, like governmental control and centralization of these AI models and stuff. But the interesting thing is that the Chinese models, they are like open source. So that is the irony. The models coming out of China, they are like open source. The last update that you got, you if you have it on your system, you can work with it. But it's not the case with the Claude or OpenAI. Like the access seems to be, they are like going to centralize the access with the government. And anyways, let's see what can.
Spinning up 3 Claude agents. Added a music player.
So you see, by dictating to Canvas, a person is able to spin up multiple agents. You see, we have Claude Code over here, and then there's a cursor agent over here as well. Yeah, all of them working in parallel. So it's like having employees that are working for you, and then you just communicate to them, and then they do work together like in parallel.
Spinning up 2
So you see now there's a Hermes agent as well.
Sent to Sky. Sent to Rocky. Sent to Chuck. Sky is done.
Okay, so you get the updates and whatever is happening on whatever is going on with all these agents. So Canvas definitely seems like an interesting project, and it's vibe coded. Let's go to its website over here, and I think I have to show you this. So this is the website: command an army of agents with your voice. Canvas runs Claude, Cursor, and Codex in parallel on one canvas. And that's the gist of it. Like in one canvas, you have multiple agents that you can work with, and they build you ship ideas to revenue. Okay. So let's play this video tutorial. So you'll be better able to understand what Canvas is all about and how the builder of Canvas is using it.
Vibe coding is art. That's why I'm building Canvas. It's a native Mac OS app built in Swift. Let me show you how it works.
Before I move on, I need to tell you that for now it's a Mac OS app. It's not available for the Windows, and I'm working on Windows, so I think it would be amazing if I do get a Windows version of this, but let's see. Come on, the video like buffered, but it's not playing.
Vibe coding is art. That's why I'm building Canvas. It's a native Mac OS app built in Swift. Let me show you how it works. Can you please open a Cursor agent, a Claude Code agent, and a Codex agent?
So you see,
Okay, fantastic. Can you please ask the Cursor agent when Composer 2.6 is going to come out? Can you ask the Claude Code agent what Dario is up to this month? And also, can you ask Codex what Sam Altman is doing on Twitter right now?
Let me check with each agent and see what they say.
So it's like delegating tasks to these agents. Wonderful. And it's
I've
like
sent those questions
canvas
to each agent. They may tell you if they can't confirm live or unreleased info.
Okay, go to sleep.
Chase is done. Marshall is done.
All right, I think now we should make a landing page about monkeys, because honestly, monkeys are super cute. Switch Canvas to test app.
You're on the test app canvas now.
Can you please add to this landing page, instead of just being bananas, maybe have an adorable monkey eating the banana? Can you ask Chase to get that done for us?
Got it. I'll nudge Chase with that update request.
Okay, and then let's switch back to the CNVS canvas.
Switching back to the CMVS canvas now.
And you know what? Let's add the music player to the canvas because it's a little bit boring in here.
A music player is on the canvas now to liven things up.
So you see, guys, this is how you can pull up agents just by talking to this Canvas app. And I mean, like, isn't that wonderful? Doesn't that give you the idea about the future of work? Like how things will be done in the future? This excites me a lot. And the thing is that Max, he himself, he is a vibe coder and he has shipped out a couple of products before and he made this. And just imagine that having access to something like Claude Mythos 5 and making this sort of stuff local for your own self, not having to buy anyone else's piece of software, just making this for your own self. I mean, like, this would be super interesting. And Andrew said he subscribed, by the way. Yeah, Andrew, thank you so much. And well, it's a pleasure to have talked to you over this chat and live. Stay blessed. And you basically would have got the idea of Canvas, what it is able to do, and how it can spin up an army of agents, and all of them can work in parallel. So, I mean, like, this excites me a lot, but for now, it's only for Mac OS. I think he's making for the Windows. So, the other, I think, reasonable thing is that anyone can get it for $129, and it's a one-time payment. You don't have to pay monthly. You don't have to pay over and over again. And well, I think this is interesting. So he has like 26 spots left, and after that, the price will be raised to 169. Yeah, this canvas is, I mean, like, really crazy. I've been following the journey and journey of Max, and I think he's making some wonderful stuff. And I do hope he makes this for Windows as well. And he's also sharing all of this in public, and all the demos and whatever he's making, and he's also doing these live streams. So you see, at a stretch, doing 5 hours of live stream, and during these live stream, he's like developing this, he's working on this, and he's making it. So that basically allows you to put your trust into these sorts of products. And I think it's not even that expensive. So we are done with the Canvas. Now we have to move on, and we have to see what else is something which is trendy right now in the world of AI. By the way, I will also pull up Grok, because Grok is my learning partner. Whatever I do, I try to consult from Grok. And the very interesting thing is that it has a fast version over here. The expert one, it's definitely going to take more time. It's quite thorough and advanced, but this fast version, like in a life where we are living, if you need something quickly, you have to go to the fast models. And I think it's wonderful, serves me in ways that I couldn't have imagined 2 3 years ago. So have a look at this. I thought that it was something that could be real. Imagine Claude and ChatGPT both launched unlimited plans for $1,000 a month. Which one are you choosing? So that's a very difficult one. And I think it has given us an interesting thing to talk about. You people, let me know down in the comments what your choice would be. For now, I think I would go with Codex, because I'm generating a lot of stuff inside ChatGPT and Codex. But I definitely think Claude and its models, they do have a personality, a good personality and artistic taste and all that. So Claude could be something I could look into if it was $1,000 a month plan. But um, I think even if you are on the $200 a month plan, if you get like the same tokens on API, that is gonna cost you a lot more, maybe up to like $8,000 a month in APIs. So that is like the insane value that you are getting for a $200 a month plan. And I think we can ask Grok about this to verify what I just said. Can you find that how much value in terms of API do we get if we go with the $200 a month plan of Claude? Guys, this is pretty insane. I'm pretty sure it's in thousands of dollars because I came across a video where it was being said. So compared to $20 Pro or $100 Max plan, specifically 20x the per session capacity of Pro, no fixed token quota. Limits are dynamic session based with 5-hour rolling windows. Uh-huh. Okay. The plan is not direct API access, we know about that, but we want to know about the subsidy that people get. So the huge value for heavy users come from the effective subsidy versus the equivalent API usage. So equivalent API cost for max 20x usage plan. So it would be some like analysis and user reports show heavy users, developers running extensive coding agents or longer session can get 1000 to 8000 or more in monthly API equivalent value depending on the workload. Some extreme cases cite 14K plus or even higher effective savings. One user tracked 1588 worth of API equivalent in a month for heavy code cowork use on $200 plan. Others report 15 to 36 times cheaper than raw API for similar output. Weekly quotas alone have been valued at hundreds to 600 plus dollars in credit. I mean, like, guys, if you understand the value that you are getting right now for even just having the $20 plan or like $100 a month plan, I mean, like, this is insane. The amount of work that you can potentially get from it is equivalent to like paying up to $8,000 in API credits. Isn't that insane, guys? The value that we are getting in today's world, and we are able to get this value because they are these models, they are highly subsidized, and the subsidy comes from the pocket of Anthropic itself, and the same is the case with OpenAI. And we can ask Grok to let us know what type of subsidy OpenAI is giving us. Okay, Grok, I want you to go ahead and search for the subsidy that is being given by OpenAI and compare the subsidy given by Anthropic and also OpenAI side to side. I would like to know the amount of value that we are getting from both of these. So both of them have a $20 a month plan and 2030 something, and then $100 a month plan. And I mean, like, people can get insane value out of it. Very insane. So it says that Anthropic and Claude both heavily subsidize high tier consumer subscriptions compared to raw API usage, especially for heavy coding agentic workloads. This is a deliberate strategy. Light users subsidize power users who get massive effective value through rate limited by high capacity access. Now, the thing is, you would think that where is this money coming from? Okay, it's coming from their own pockets, but the thing is that people who are paying $20 a month, they are the ones who are funding the high usage accounts. Now, let's say you get an account for $20 a month, and maybe you might use $10 worth of it, of the uh, capacity that they are giving you. And I mean, like, they have millions of accounts paying them $20 a month, but everyone is not using it to the max. So then all that value that extra value that is left over, it's given to those who are paying $100 a month for it so they can do the heavy work. So I'll read it again. Light users subsidize power users who get massive effective value through rate limited by high capacity access. Yeah. So if you take OpenAI's ChatGPT Pro, which is $200 a month, so the typical API equivalent value would be somewhere between 8,000 to $14,000 a month, which is, I mean, like super interesting. Isn't that crazy? Hi, Summer, how are you? How's everything? كيف يومك؟ كيف حياتك؟ كل شيء زين؟ زيك? Okay, so if we go over to Anthropic, the typical API equivalent value would be somewhere between 2,000 to $8,000 a month. I mean, like these are public tests. People have tried to see how much value they can get out of these subscriptions. And for OpenAI ChatGPT Pro, it's like higher. Subsidy ratio for OpenAI, I think it's like really high, 40 to 70x. But for Anthropic, it's 10 to 36 times. This is reported by the community. So for now, the key models for with OpenAI is like 5.5, GPT 5.5, and with Anthropic they have Claude, Opus, and Sonnet. But the thing is that if Mythos Fable 5 was around, we would have seen that over here. But it is not. So, anyways, that is the case. Alhamdulillah بخير. يوم كان مشغول بس الحمد لله. Thank you. Okay. So we did a side by side comparison of the typical API equivalent value that you would get out of OpenAI's ChatGPT Pro $200 a month plan, and the same for the Claude Max 20 times. And I think this will give you an idea about the subsidy that we are getting and the value that we should take out of all these AI subscriptions. If you pay for it, I mean, like, it's a wonderful time we are living in where we can take up to 30 times the value of what we are paying for, because in future it might not be this way. It might not be this way. They might end up charging for the API usage, or they might even limit you to what you are paying for. Let's say you pay $20 a month, you get $20 worth of token usage in it, if you think about the equivalency. And if you pay $1,000 a month, so it would be like pay as you go or pay to play sort of model. And I think it's pretty imminent that it's gonna happen soon, because they would not be able to keep it subsidized all along. This is the reality. Now let's move on. Let's try to find something else. Any other news that could be relevant? If Codex and Claude disappear tomorrow, which LLM would you switch to? Quen, DeepSeek, Kimi, GLM. So all these are like the Chinese models, and China is doing great on the AI frontiers. I have not used any of these. I've tried DeepSeek, but like the free version. But I think we should see what people are saying, because this is what this live stream is all about, to learn. Probably Quen for the raw value, but the real downgrade would be workflow, not model quality. Someone said Kimi, and then DeepSeek would be my backup. So I think it's mostly between DeepSeek and Kimi. But we should ask our learning partner Grok about this, so it can help us explain this. Explain this to me, Grok, and also based on the knowledge available publicly, go ahead and check that which model is the best for which sort of work, and compile all the results in a table. So we have given this the command, and let's read what Andrew said. They are right now going to optimize the usage in the model, but how many tokens it burns also by optimizing the silicon that works. work runs on, so it will be profitable within the pricing margins. I completely get your point. This is a very valid point that they are going to optimize the uh, hardware itself, and then how the models use the tokens. So right now we are in the early stages of like this AI race. With the time, it's going to get more optimized, and the more optimal it is, the less operating cost these companies will have. This is a very valid point, and I completely agree with you on this one. So let's see what Grok gave us in terms of these models. And I think it included Claude, Opus, and Sonnet, and like top models, and then it gave us the strong alternatives. Uh-huh. We need to ask it to be a little more precise. So what I want you to do is that give me the top alternatives from the Chinese models that are mentioned in that post, or even if you find something else. थोड़ी उर्दू में भी बात कर लें ताकि हम जैसे अनपढ़ों को भी समझ आए। कैसी बात कर रहे हैं? अनपढ़ नहीं है जी। ये मेरा चैनल है वो इंग्लिश में, उस पे बस इंग्लिश में मैं पोस्ट करता हूँ, तो वो उसकी लाइव स्ट्रीम इधर मैं कर रहा हूँ, आप लोगों को मैं दिखाता हूँ। गाइस वेट अ सेकंड, लेट मी show the people on my TikTok about what's happening over here. ये देखें जी, ये इधर चल रही लाइव स्ट्रीम, एंड ये काम चल रहा है इधर। तो ये सीन चल रहा है इधर। तो उस चैनल पे वीडियोस इंग्लिश में हैं, तो इसलिए इंग्लिश में बोल रहे हैं। Okay, guys, so let's get back to it. So it's a side-by-side comparison table. DeepSeek V4 Pro. Let's see its strengths. Raw coding, cost, debugging, and reasoning. I think Codex, you did it really well as well. So it could be best for heavy daily coding agents and self-hosted one. Slightly behind on some agentic polish. Okay. What about Kimi K 2.6 and 2.7? Agentic Swarm, clean code, speed, and multimodal. Uh-huh. So it could be best for complex projects, multi-file, and creative coding. Creative coding. I think it could be a good alternative to Claude models, because the Claude models are very good with creative coding. If you give the same prompt to to OpenAI's models, and if you give the same prompt to the other models from Claude, I think the artistic taste of Claude is gonna be more prominent, and you would definitely feel it. Even if you give it some Excel files, you are gonna see the difference. So GLM 5.1 and 5.2, structured outputs, bug fixing, and agents. So it could be best for developer pipelines, refactoring, and reliability. Low cost, fast. Mhm. Then what about Quen 3.5, 3.6? Versatile reasoning, multilingual, code gen, or high overall score. Okay. General. So the best general one I think here would be this Quen 3.5, 3.7. I've never used it, but I think I need to look into these Chinese models as well. So there are a lot of videos, and I think on my channel I would separately make videos for testing these Chinese models, hopefully. So best pure coding value, DeepSeek V4 Pro or Kimi 2.6, often 10 to 30x cheaper than Claude and GPT equivalent, with 80 to 90% of the performance for most tasks. That is pretty eye-opening, guys. Like these models are open source, and then on top of it, they are cheaper. These shine in high volume, cost sensitive setups, self host via Hugging Face or platforms like Firework, DeepSeek API. integration. Many work in tools like Cursor, Adder, OpenCloud, Forks, or custom agents. So you remember, guys, Canvas. I think maybe you can be able to use these agents over there as well. Trade-offs: slightly more hallucinations on edge cases, fewer polished IDI integrations. What is IDI integrations? But if we talk about hallucination, that is when the um, AI model is making up stuff. So AI model itself, it's like predicting what comes next in a sequence of words. But if it doesn't have that much background or something, it can start making up stuff. So that is hallucination. So IDI integration for Chinese LLMs. Okay. So it explains how these models plug into popular coding environments like VS Code, Cursor, JetBrains, or terminal tools. Okay. So IDI integration is like the capability of these Chinese models to plug into like the popular terminal workflows. Yeah, like Composer and that sort of stuff. There's a lot to learn still, and I think we are on the right track. I'm like a normal user of AI, but I like max it out when I'm at work, at my workplace, and even after that, I use all these AI softwares and stuff, and I try to get the best possible value out of these. So Andrew said, what will be the societal implications of having ultra intelligent AI models? Right now, if I talk about it, I think the Mythos 5 model, it was an it was a glimpse of what an ultra intelligent AI model could look like. It wasn't definitely super intelligence or anything like that, but I mean, like months worth of work could be done in a few hours. It was developing games for you. It was developing apps. It was developing website, like clean one shot stuff. So when you have these sorts of models and let them be publicly available, the society as a whole, in my opinion, is going to progress a lot faster. If you just imagine about this, the steam power engine, it was maybe 200, 300 years back, it got into operation. But the last major thing before that was like the invention of the wheel. So it was maybe 2000 years back, 3000 years back, probably. So if you have a look at how things progress as technology progresses, like the time for the next big societal change, that will be reduced. And I think if you ask about my opinion, having this ultra intelligence AI model not just in our laptops or our mobiles accessible to us, but rather also in the robotic things or the robots, then I think that will be crazy insane. Let's imagine you set up a factory, you put 10 robots over there, and we might be seeing a time where those robots, if you make the tools available to them, they might be able to do work continuous non-stop. But let's say you have people there working, they are gonna demand their HR benefits, they are gonna demand pension benefits, they are gonna demand medical benefits and all that. But if you have intelligent robots like ultra intelligence and ultra intelligent or super intelligent robots, they could be like a game changer, especially in terms of production value. And right now, whatever value we are getting from these little hints of intelligence or super intelligence, it's in our laptops, it's in our digital interfaces, it's in our mobiles. But having that in our real world, that is going to be the game changer. although right now the speed at which people are building stuff, the speed at which people are shipping stuff, I mean, like it has grown insane. It's just 2 3 years back people were typing code by hand and they were reviewing it line by line, and now AI is doing all that stuff. And that's why it is being said that these jobs are going to be taken away first, and the junior level office desktop jobs are that kind of stuff is going to go away. Now the people that are in these jobs, either they can use AI for their benefit and start giving value or producing stuff which has not been produced before and shipping it at the speeds which have not been seen before. And then I think they would be able to survive. Otherwise, definitely these jobs are going to be slashed. And talking about the jobs, well, most of the companies, they have put a lot of money into AI ventures, and that's why they have slashed their jobs, because this AI experiment, this AI capital expenditure, capex, it's gonna demand you to have money, and that money is gonna come from somewhere. Either you take loans to put to keep throwing money at your wild bets, or either you slash down your workforce. Let's say the companies have like 10,000 employees, they cut off 2,000 jobs, and the money they are left with they are putting in AI. And I think it's a time where the companies cannot afford to like let this time pass by. They have to grab this opportunity, they have to put out money on uh, this bet of AI, changing our society, changing our workplaces, changing the way we deliver value, changing the way we gain value from the products and services and all that. So society is going to change, possibly, and I hope so, for the better, for the better. And Elon Musk has been talking about the idea of having universal basic income, so people will have all their needs met, and then they can work on the other bigger stuff by using AI and all that. So even if you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of need, so if you have safety, if you have food, then you go for uh, love, recognition, and all that. So I think society will be able to work on the bigger things, but only if you are able to use your intelligent mind as well. We cannot let the AI dictate our future, because I'm going to put you people a very interesting question over here. Do we dictate AI, or is it just an illusion? Or does AI dictate us? We are living in a time where we are asking all these AI models for career advice. We are asking it for our daily to do things. We are asking it about our relationships. We are asking it about what not. And it is giving us recommendations, it is giving us ideas and all that. So that eventually trickles down into our behaviors. It trickles down into our way of doing things. And that's why I'm leaving this topic with a question: that is AI dictating us, or are we dictating AI? And the people who will be dictating AI, they are going to get a lot of value out of it, and they are going to do wonders. They are going to do wonders. So let's move on to the next topic. Let's try to educate ourselves. Problem with the connection, I think. I hope this live stream doesn't get affected with this connection thing. By the way, I had some bookmarks already, stuff that was actually worth looking into. Let's go down over here. Okay, what do we have over here? Google Earth. Prepare for takeoff. Flight Simulator is now available globally on web to all users. We recently added many our most powerful professional desktop features to web. Elevation profiles, new import types, but there's always one another feature you have been asking us to add to the web version of Google Earth just for fun. Where will you fly? Okay, so in the Google Earth, you can fly even in the space, like the outer edge of the Earth. You see, guys, insane, insane. Let me try this if it works. I'm trying it on my other screen. I'm gonna see if it works well. I'm gonna pull it up on the main screen over here. Okay. I think it's, I'll show you over here. Hmm. So this is how it looks, and where can we get the that same thing that they were doing, like flying over stuff? Flight simulator. Okay. Interesting, guys. What do you think about it? So if I, oh my goodness, what is happening over here? So I'm just pressing the up and down key, and this is the circus it's doing, guys. Come on, it shouldn't be doing this. Let's get out of here, guys. Let's try it one more time. Okay. Where are the tools? Uh-huh. I think it's not worth looking into right now. I'm gonna leave it. Let's read what Andrew said. AI systems optimize for engagement, predict behaviors, and automate decision making. They subtly reshape our habits, choices, and societal norms. We create the tools, but the tools transform how we live. This is pretty accurate. The tools are transforming the way we are living. Another thing, guys, let's again talk about Claude Fable 5. I had this post come up on my feed. It from Nate Herc. He makes videos about AI automations and these AI models. So Claude Fable 5 made the entire video by itself. He gave it a goal prompt and went to the gym, came back to this. And he used
This avatar.
and let me know in the comments if it feels like AI slop or anything. I think I've seen that it has even done some editing in it.
What you're watching right
To let me know if it feels like AI slop or does it feel realistic.
now was not filmed. This avatar is AI. The voice you're hearing is a clone of mine, and every single word of this script was written by Claude. I didn't write this, I didn't film it, I didn't edit it, and while it was being made, I never saw a single frame of it. I just typed one prompt into Claude Code and walked away. And everything else, the research, the script, the voice, the avatar, the motion graphics, all of it happened on its own. So this week, Anthropic released Claude Fable 5, and that's basically the only reason this video can exist. It's the first time a Mythos class model, that's the tier above Opus, has been available to anyone on a paid plan. Until now, that tier was locked to vetted security partners, available state of the art on nearly every benchmark they tested. Until now, so let me show you guys what this thing is actually good at, and then exactly how it made this video. So the coding numbers first, because they're kind of nuts. Stripe said Fable 5 compressed months of engineering into days. And in the announcement, there's a 50 million line Ruby code base where it ran a full migration in a single day, a job that would have taken a whole team over 2 months by hand. And Vision took a big jump too. It can rebuild a web app's source code just from screenshots. And it actually beat Pokemon Fire Red start to finish on raw screenshots alone. No maps, no navigation aids, where older Claude models needed a whole helper harness just to play. But the one that matters most for this video is long horizon focus. This thing stays locked in across millions of tokens. Anthropic gave it a file-based memory, like literally just files it could write notes to, and had it play Slay the Spire, and it reached the final act 3 times more often than Opus 4.8. Now it's not cheap, $10 per million input tokens, 50 on the output, but you guys are about to see what that buys you. Okay, so real quick, how did this video actually get made? First, the script. Claude read Anthropic's full announcement, fact-checked every claim you just heard, and wrote this entire thing in my voice, using a voice playbook built off my actual transcripts. Then the voice. It sent that script over to 11 Labs, where I've got a voice clone trained on my real videos. And the trick is, you can't just generate like 4 straight minutes of audio, because the longer a generation runs, the more the voice starts to drift. So Claude split the script into chunks, just under a minute each, and generated them separately. Then every chunk went to HeyGen to render on my avatar, on the Avatar 5 model, their newest motion engine. And for a while, you couldn't even select Avatar 5 through the API, so the workaround was Claude literally driving a browser with Playwright and flipping every video by hand. Their new API finally exposes it, so this one went straight through. But at that point, it's just a pile of raw avatar clips, and nothing's been edited yet. And then the editing, which is usually the part that takes a human days. Claude stitched the avatar clips together with FFmpeg, ran a word-level transcription, and built every motion graphic in this video as actual code, HTML animated with GSAP inside hyperframes, timed to the exact words I'm saying. Then, it checked its own work. It rendered out frames from every scene and visually reviewed them, and anything that looked off got fixed and re-rendered until it all passed. So one prompt went in, and a finished, fully edited YouTube video came out the other side. That's what a Mythos class model does the same week it comes out. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. So if you guys enjoyed the video or learned something new, please give it a like. It definitely helps me out a ton.
Isn't that insane, guys? The editing, it completely matched the stuff he was saying, and I mean, like, this is insane. This is what Claude Fable 5 made, and we are left with this, wondering what wonders it will do if it is released again. I find that really intriguing. Let me know in the comments if you people have made anything with Fable 5, or if you were lucky enough to try it out. Okay, now let's try to find something else that could shape our opinion, that could help us learn about AI. BridgeMind. This is also like a vibe coded project. 2 days ago, US banned Claude Fable 5. Yesterday, China dropped GLM5. On this live stream, we were talking about the Chinese models and how good they are. Today, GLM5 is number 1 on Bridgebench and number 1 on Reasoning, beating Fable 5. Oh my goodness. At 1/10 the cost and 300 tokens per second. You cannot export control your way out of an open source race. The ban didn't slow China down. Oof. I think we need to ask Grok to explain this to us. Explain this to us in simple terms, and also from the knowledge that you have, let us know what is the future of these Chinese models. Let's see what Grok gives us. This is super interesting, guys. So yesterday, China dropped the GLM 5.2 from Z.ai. Let me go to their website. In the meantime, okay. Today, GLM5 topped their Bridgebench leaderboard, scoring perfectly on coding, Y benchmark, and leading in reasoning, beating the banned Fable 5. So the core message is export bans and restriction on Western models won't stop China's progress in open source AI. Instead, they accelerate it. So, guys, do you think that Fable 5 should be unbanned? Let's talk about the cost efficiency. It's 5 to 30 times cheaper than Claude or GPT equivalents. Heavy users get massive value. Self-hosting open weights might make them nearly free at scale. Nearly free at scale. Interesting. Open source dominance. Most MIT Apache license models for easy self-hosting customization and agentic workflows. This democratizes AI for developers worldwide. This is the interesting thing with the Chinese models. They are open source, and this is democratizing instead of centralizing the AI for the world. Specialization and agents. Stronger in multi-agent systems, long context and domain task. Long context is super important. Like even if you have spent a million tokens after that, the AI is still as fresh as when you started. It doesn't forget anything or all that. So geopolitical resilience. Bans may backfire by pushing adoption of Chinese open alternatives. China invests heavily in domestic chips and talent. Even I'm thinking I'd try out some Chinese models. I have a self-hosted VPS, and I think I need to try out these Chinese models onto it, because I what I did was that I hooked up Codex through Telegram to Hermes, and the Hermes, it was hosted on the Hostinger VPS. अरबी ये नाम बस الحين أسوي فيديوز بالإنجليزي. Let me show you. دقيقة بريك. So we are talking about AI and stuff. Okay, so where were we, guys? Uh-huh. Continued rapid releases. Expect new versions every few weeks or months from big labs. I mean, like they are not coming in slow when it comes to releasing these AI models, and the best of the best ones, guys. This is insane. This is insane. Let's go to let's go to X and try to find something else. So here it says first Claude Fable 5 demos are starting to flood the web. One user one-shotted an entire Minecraft style game that runs in the browser. We talked about the Minecraft thing before. Let's try to find something else. How did Claude build Claude Fable without Claude Fable? I think we need Grok to explain this to us. Let's go over here and let us ask Grok to explain this. Okay, Grok, go ahead and explain this to us. Let's see. What is it giving us now? This post is humorous and ironic. So it's like a chicken and egg problem. Interesting. So the benchmark table showing Cloud Mythos 5 crushing competitors, strong lead in agentic coding, multidisciplinary reasoning, biology, and legal tasks. So it was definitely beating GPT 5.5, Opus 4.8, and Gemini 3.1. But right now we have seen that a Chinese model, GLM 5.2, it's beating even Claude Mythos. Isn't that interesting? So what does Grok say about the bigger picture, guys? Let's talk about this. So this ties directly into the previous GLM 5.2 discussion. Right after Fable Mythos got restricted, China's Zifu AI dropped GLM 5.2, which quickly topped some leaderboard and offers 1 million context, high speed, and upcoming and MIT open weights at much lower cost. I think we need to see the Chinese models in action. Then we can see where this AI race is heading towards. Let's try to find something else worth our time. Let's see. So there are a lot of Fable produced stuff and demos over here. Like it's even being used in for trading and stuff. What is it, guys? Someone put Fable 5 on Pirates Bay, 3.4 TB. Oh my goodness, guys. How could this be possible? Let's ask Grok about this. What does it say? Now I'm going for Grok here in this chat. The community note confirms the image is fabricated. Guys, this is not real. This is not real. Yeah, but if someone could have done that, I mean, like people would have been swarming to Pirates Way. People are even using this for betting and stuff. I'm not into that, so we'll just move on. Let me verify the presence on this live. Wait a second, guys. In the meantime, I will also go to Perplexity. Perplexity is also an interesting tool when it comes to reading about the latest news. And let's go to the topics, and over here, let's go over to tech and science. Databricks. Okay. Let's see what Huawei is up to. And then there's another thing, we'll look into it later. But Huawei launches Harmony operating system with agentic AI and glass inspired design. Okay. Huawei officially launched in a developer beta on Friday at its annual Huawei Developer Conference in Dongguan, China, introducing glass-like visual overhaul. So this is what the Harmony operating system looks like. New visual language. Most immediately visible change is liquid glass design language featuring translucent buttons, sliders. I mean, like this looks good, guys. Agent first AI architecture. The centerpiece of the update is Harmony OS Intelligent Agent Framework 2.0, which shifts from the operating system from a traditional app platform towards what Huawei calls intelligent task performance. The frame enables AI agents to decompose complex tasks, calls tool call tools autonomously and execute command across multiple apps. Huawei claims the system achieves the task execution rate above 90%. Interesting. The launch positions Huawei in direct competition with Apple's iOS 27 in the Chinese market, where Apple has struggled to deliver AI features due to regulatory constraints. So Huawei is big in China. We know about that, guys. Interesting. This was interesting, super interesting. Then there's some news for Anthropic AI ban, underscoring EU use push for tech sovereignty. Okay, so these are all the posts that I'm gonna go through. But I think for the last 1 hour, we have talked about how AI is changing the workflows, how AI is moving forward, and we need to educate ourselves. We need to um, stay up to date, and we also need to keep trying out stuff. So I think I'm doing this live stream after like a month or so, so I'll only be doing it for like an hour, which has already passed, and now I think I need to move on to do some other important stuff. So all these videos, these will be available as shorts on my channel as well, and also like the clipped sections, hopefully. So we'll talk to each other very soon, guys, and I'm gonna do some of my stuff, some of the video editing and all that. And I do hope that you found this interesting, and we did learn something about AI and stuff while we were at it. So thank you so much, guys. Stay blessed, and I hope all of you would be in the best of health, wealth, love, and happiness in your lives. See you soon.